Guys, hello. How are you? I hope you're better than me. Who new hair? Who this? Who this? Who this? I straightened my hair. I couldn't wait. My friend was gonna help me blow dry and all of that, but I just wanted to have like a length check to see like how's it going, and this is the results. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, hello. How are you guys doing? I just thought, you know what? I just have to come here. Don't always push things to tomorrow. Like, I just have to tell you guys, like, why am I not being consistent? The matter of the fact is I'm down. I am not happy at all. Like, oh, winter depression is real. And I don't know, maybe it's also like transferring from another country. Like, yeah, being in Ghana, you wake up with the sun. Literally, I just came from my doctor. I said the same thing. You wake up with the sun. And here you wake up and it's dark, it's cold. You hear, yeah, I don't miss the ball out. Ooh, there's so many things I don't miss about Ghana, especially in the noise and sleeping. But I'm just not good. And I just felt like I have to tell you guys what's going on because we're family, right? And I'm also sharing our journey with you. So I feel it's a little unfair for me not to talk about it and just try and upload as much as possible, but then not really uploading consistently. So I'm here to tell you that I'm down, I'm sad, it's cold, it's alone. I'm back at square one, like being a house mom. See, the thing is, being mixed race is so very difficult. See, if this video is all over the place, don't worry because my head is also all over the place. So if you can't follow, look at that. We have a whole list of nice videos, but this is not going to be one of them. This is just me complaining and ranting about being back in Holland. So maybe this is like what mixed race is being about. See, I've grown my whole life in the Netherlands. So for me, having a house where everything works, structure, grocery store, accessibility, easygoing living basically was very normal. So I guess it's not weird that at a certain point all these things that are lacking like infrastructure and no proper houses and all the things that were stressing us was getting too much because we're not used to that type of environment. And then there's a lot of people who say, yeah, you could just have sucked it up, and there are other cheaper ways to live. And yeah, you know the comments. See, that's also something that I really have to work on. Like being on social media, I share a part of my life. I chose to do that. That is a job. I get paid to do that, so that is also fine. But it also comes with mental health things that I wasn't really considering. Like when you give me low blows or say that, oh, just suck it up, or you could have just chosen a different life, or you're too fat, or you're this, it gets to me. And you need to build a wall in order to not let it get to me. And I'm trying, but it's very difficult. Like I'm not the type of person that just doesn't take anything you say as like, oh, I don't care. Like I really do care what you're saying. I really do care about your feelings, and I hope I try to always like give an answer if you talk to me, or at least yeah, I did try that for a long time, but I can't do that anymore. Anyway, so that also comes with a mental health issue. Like it's difficult being on social media and sharing your life, but it also comes with pros, it also comes with cons. Anyway, I think being mixed race is just a difficult thing, I guess, because now that I have experienced what's living like in Africa, I truly miss that. Like people here, nobody talks to each other. Like I have the sweetest neighbors, but I never see them. Like everybody's so busy, and I talk to my friends on my phone, but I don't really, there's no time to really sit down and have a conversation. Well, I feel in Ghana people have time for you, they make time for you, and time is different there. Like in a day you can, yeah, you can do so little because of traffic, but on the other side you can also do so much. I don't know, it's just it's weird. So it's a blessing and a curse, I guess, to have lived in Ghana, because I think now that I have lived there, I will always miss life there. But once I'm there, I miss the structure and accessibility, and I miss a lot of things about Holland as well. So I guess we have to keep on hustling in order to get the life that we want. If that's even possible in Accra, I don't think that's possible in Accra. If you need any mental health, please just go to your doctor. Like, this is serious. And I think that for a lot of people, if you come from an African country, you come into the Western world, you might have idolized living here. It's not all that, you know. I feel it's not all that. Of course, yes, we have a lot of good things here. We have a lot of structure. We have a lot of, there's healthcare, there's all types of systems. But I feel like you also give in a lot of your freedom in change for that system. The struggle of being mixed race. So yeah, if I haven't been in contact with you lately, all my people in Ghana, I do really miss you. I do. It's just that I don't have the mental capacity to think about reaching out or talking to you. But I see you, I miss you. I'm working on myself. I'm trying to work to feel better and to feel thankful and blessed for everything that I do have. And to just make sure I can keep on going, taking care of everybody, and in the process also learning how to take care of myself and the things that I want to achieve and the goals that I have. Diary of a mixed race mom. I can only give you my story right now. So my story is that Ghana got too overwhelming at one point, whereas the choices with school that we made were a lot. And I felt like the kids were not really happy. There were no extracurricular activities. They had to wear a face mask the whole day. They were not allowed to play while they were having their, how do you say that, their break in between classes. They were not allowed to run because there was still construction going on. And this was just a lot going on. And they came home frustrated, and yeah, on the weekends it's very nice, but then the apartment was also not good, and that house, trying to find a house within our budget, within East Legon, close to the school, also giving the kids a little bit of freedom in regards to not being in traffic all the time. It was a lot for them. So at one point, all of the choices that we were supposed to make were just too much to handle at that point. And we said, you know what, let's just go back to what we know. Let's just go back to Holland and then. Sorry, had to change the battery. You see, if Kevin is not here, like, I'm not really the geeky type, still not. Anyway, I had to change the battery. So we just made a decision, like, all of the choices that we're gonna make now are just too much, and we don't wanna, like, commit to a situation where we feel like we will not be happy, and we don't want to just move to a house just because we have to move and then from there look for another house again. Like, oh, it was just too much stress. So we said, you know what, let's just go back to Holland. Let's just go back to what we know and regroup, and then think about what we're going to do. Like, are we going to come back to Ghana or go and do something else? So that was like the plan at that point. And I was content with that plan. I was like, yeah, maybe it's fine, because we were in Ghana a little bit too long, and all of the stress, all of the things that was going on, I couldn't see the beauty of it anymore. That is how I felt at that time. Charlie, if I can swap, if I can talk to myself, like, if I can talk to myself like 6 months ago, I'll say, Anna, just stay there. It's okay. It's okay. You know, the stress that you're feeling now is nothing compared to the stress that you're going to feel when you're here. Anna, don't do it. Abroche biscam, oh, abroche biscam, guys. Okay, we come back to Netherlands, right? The kids go back to school. They have their activity. As let me state it like this: the kids are very fine. They're very happy, and mm, the kids are much more free. I think they have some kind of um. See, I keep looking at the screen. Let me flip it. So the kids have some kind of independence here that they don't have in Ghana. Like Accra is set up in a way that everybody lives in their own compound, and depending on the place that you live or the area that you live, like the kids can play on the street, but it's not really common for kids to play on the street unless you're like a local child. And I don't mind my kids playing with local kids. I even encourage them to play with local kids because I think it's great. But there's just not a lot of play areas available for children. So that is something they really missed. And they also felt a little bit enclosed. As much of freedom that there is in Accra, the city can feel kind of enclosed if you're living in a compound. So that's where we thought maybe living in a shared compound or an apartment would be better so that they have more friends and more people around them. But the opposite was true. Like Micah could not stand living there. And yeah, he missed his freedom. He felt enclosed, like he was sitting in a car going to school. In school, he wasn't allowed to play. He wasn't allowed to run. Okay, he had a little bit more of a play space than Sophie, but they felt enclosed. And then coming back wearing the face mask all day, even during PE, which I really think is dangerous. But having to wash your hands so many times, dealing with the pandemic, coming back, sitting in traffic, then being home, not being able to have a play space, no pool, no garden, it was just too much. And it wasn't a great place for kids. So them being back here, they are enjoying life to the max. Like they're playing outside every day, riding their bikes. They don't necessarily have to be with me when they play outside because they have their friends now. They have the watch where I can call them, or they know the area. So yeah, they're much more free and independent. Sophie goes to the grocery store anytime she's happy to get something from me. She feels that type of independence and security in herself that, oh, she can do stuff by herself. So as for the kids, they are much more happy here at the moment because I feel like the pandemic in Ghana was affecting them a little more than us. But then the adults here, Abrotre Biscam, because the COVID restrictions in Europe are just getting stacked up on or stacked up on, stacked up on. And I'm just thinking, like, is it because I lived my side of the pandemic in Ghana that I feel like these people are crazy? Why are they abiding to all these rules? I think that, it's like when you had all your freedom taken away and you get a little piece, when they give you a little piece of freedom, you enjoy that piece of freedom so much. But my freedom was not taken away. I was in Ghana all this time, enjoying life. And of course, the kids could not go to school. We had to wear face masks and all of that, but we were living. Hey, life hero. Abroche biscam. Oh, people, can you see that I'm depressed? Seriously, I came from the doctor's office. They're going to check my blood. I have to take extra vitamin D. I don't know what's going on. Like, is it winter depression that I'm feeling? Is it COVID pandemic depression that I'm feeling? It's just, I don't know what's going on with me, and I don't know what's going on with the world. Like, it's just too much. Everything is too much at the moment. And I just feel like, yes, the kids are very happy here. They have more freedom, but the restrictions in regard to adults, like my freedom is completely taken away. I can't go, like for instance, right? If I tell you my day, I have to bring the kid. I wake up in the morning. I don't shower. I drop the kids. I come back. I shower. Then I like to go and do something. Maybe edit somewhere, or I don't know, do my schoolwork outside of the house, because if I'm inside of the house, I'm just gonna do house chores. Mind you, I don't have anybody helping me. I'm doing it myself, and I'm a person, I like neatness. So If I'm editing and I see that the laundry needs to be folded, or I see that the dishwasher, I'm going to do that. So I can't work inside of my house. I can't work outside of my house as well, because anywhere you go, you need a QR code. Like any place you go, you need a QR code. And they're telling you, do you want to go get the PCR test? Yes, the PCR test is free. I can go and get the PCR test done every day if I want to, and then go and sit somewhere to work. But that is just not working for me. And we can have the discussion, right? I feel like maybe I'll come live and have the discussion about why I don't want to be vaccinated. I feel that that's my personal opinion, and I have the right to choose that. If you want to be vaccinated, that is your own personal opinion, and you have the right to do that too. I personally know somebody in my close friend, I don't know how you explain that, but somebody close to me who has been affected badly, like a real negative downside from this vaccination. And I just feel like it's not safe yet, because there's so many side effects. Like my mom even said that the thing she has been forgetting is she feels like she's having slow dementia because of this COVID vaccine. Like, see, I don't really have a problem with the vaccination. I just think that everybody should take that on their own time whenever they feel that they're ready to do that. My problem is the reinforcement of this vaccination. Are you getting me? If there is a cure for something and people want to take the cure, let them take it in their own free will. The force that the European countries are forcing people to take this vaccination, if you're not vaccinated, you can't go anywhere now. Okay, that is HoReCa, museums, or any place you want to go, you can't enter. You have to scan your QR code. See, me, if I want to go and do a PCR test, I get a paper one, and I can't put that PCR test in my QR code, or maybe I haven't checked that yet because I'm not going to test daily. That's just bullshit. Anyway, for me, what I feel like is that it's not about COVID anymore. It's about checking data and where people are at what exact time and all of that. I don't know why they are forcing this QR code so badly. And that is what I feel I don't like, and what I feel the reason why I don't really trust my government at this point, and why I don't want to take the vaccine, because I feel like there's too much enforcement on taking this vaccine. While I feel that, why are they not promoting healthy lifestyle? Why are they not promoting people going to gyms? Why are they not promoting people taking vitamins? Why are they not promoting people losing weight? Promoting people not smoking? All of that things that help you build up your immune system rather than just taking a vaccination. Because there was an Amsterdam dance event a couple of months ago, and everyone who was not vaccinated had to get the PCR test done in order to go to that Amsterdam dance event, right? I don't know the exact numbers, but there were around 1,000 people who were infected of COVID. So the person who doesn't have the QR code needs to get a PCR test done, and shows proof that that person does not have COVID and can't transmit it to anybody else. So who is being safe exactly? Not the people who have the QR code, because they just walk around because they have the QR code. Not because you're vaccinated doesn't mean that you can't transmit COVID to other people. So I'm just not understanding, like, what is this all about? And because I was in Ghana all this time, I just feel like people here are just going with anything that the government tells them, because there was so much freedom taken away for majority of time that I just don't comprehend like what's going on. And maybe you're thinking now that I'm like a crazy person, or theories is coming to my mind. But when you look from something from the outside, you see that there's stuff missing. Like the country that I'm coming back to, I don't feel like it's the same country anymore. And maybe that's the reason that I'm so down. Like, I genuinely loved my city, Amsterdam. There's a whole lot you can say about the Netherlands, but I genuinely loved my city, Amsterdam. And I was really happy I'm coming back. But all these restrictions in movement and in PCR and Corona and all of that. It's just making me feel like, what? What is all the ground laws and the rules and freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of thinking, freedom of anything is taken away because of this COVID? So if I take the COVID test and I show all my movement, can I still not infect other people? So why the hell are we doing this? Anyway, this is why I'm not really uploading regularly. I'm just not feeling the vim. And I'm sorry guys that I'm disappointing you. And I think maybe that I also looked up that if you relocate to another country, you have this type of down period, and maybe that's what I'm in now. It's just a lot. And it's also like the constant struggle of being a mom. Like, do you put your happiness at first place or your kids' happiness at first place? I think for over 6 years, I have, before I was a mom, of course, it was all about me. Like, I was selfish. I loved my family, I loved my friends and all of that, but I was like a me person. Like, everything I did was about me. And then everything I did was about me and my family and Kevin, and of course, but still I would live life for me, right? I think that's normal. So I wouldn't call it selfish, but it's just I was self-centered. Let's put it like that. And then when you become a mom, you share your life with this other human being. So when Sophie came into this world, it was like all about her. And I think I lost a little bit of myself in that time frame, because I was so focused on being her provider. Like in the first year, I was breastfeeding her, so that is like a whole nother job, like making sure your kid grows because of you. And then luckily enough, I didn't have to work. And then after that, I wanted to go to school, so I was really focused on school and the house chores and Sophie, and there wasn't really a lot of time for me. But I also felt like I didn't really want to have me time. I just felt like family time or being with Sophie and Kevin, that was most important. Then Micah came along and everything got a little too much, I think, for me to handle. And I lost track of myself, I think, definitely. So then when we went to Ghana, it's like I found myself back again. I found that you can still be a mother, maybe even a better mother, and just let other people help you. Let people help you take care of your kids, and then choose what you want to do. Choose that you read them a bedtime story that day, or let somebody else do it. Choose that you are bathing them, or let somebody else do it. And that choice makes you a better mom, because you're also investing time in yourself. And I feel like being back in the Netherlands, I don't have that choice anymore, because there's nobody here to help me. Like, yes, I still have to employ somebody to come and help me with the housework. That is just something that's neglect on myself. But there's nobody to help me with the kids. And the kids' school, like dropping them day in, day out, I underestimated it. It's like a whole job to just, sometimes I'm just driving and I'm thinking, how did I get here? Like, I didn't really pay attention. So I don't know. It's like a whole job dropping them and picking them up from school. And it takes a chunk of your time, because in the morning you have to drop them. And when I come back, like I said, I'm doing housework, I'm doing house chore. I try to edit a little bit. I try to shoot. Yeah, I can't even shoot videos, because anything I do is surrounded by the kids. I go and do groceries. Then it's time for me to pick them up again. And then I cook, and then I play with them, and then I put them to bed. And then it's time for me and myself to relax and watch a movie. You don't really do much, because I can't go anywhere, and it's driving me insane. It's really not healthy, and I'm not happy. Basically, I'm not. So yeah, it's the constant struggle. Do you choose your own happiness, or do you choose your kids' happiness? I just hope this pandemic is over soon and people open their eyes and see that, yes, A vaccination is good, but it should not be enforced by nobody. Your body is yours to choose from. Nobody can force you to put something in your body that you're not ready to do. And I just don't trust this whole QR system. On top of that, right? You guys are a lot. You guys are a lot of people, and I love that my family is growing. I love that the Instagram family is growing, and love that the subscribers are growing. But you see, I'm the kind of person, I just want you to know that I see you and I want to respond to you. But mentally, I can't take it. It's just too much. Like the DMs are, I just can't do it. So I said to myself, I'm sorry, because if I'm gonna be in my phone constantly, it's also not healthy for myself. So if you are somebody that messaged me and I'm not responding to you, I'm sorry. And I do appreciate you very, very much. But mentally, I just can't handle to respond to everyone. Like, it's too much. So, yes, I hope you know that I still see you. I still love you. And thank you for following us. Thank you for helping. Thank you for thinking. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But it's too much to handle for me at this point. Guys, this was my rant. I hope you're better than I do. And I want to thank Nana, right? I'm also very down about my skin. I also don't think that's helping. Like, for me, getting up in the morning, doing my yeah, I don't really have skincare, but putting shea butter on my skin anyway. When I see this, I'm not really keen to, like, oh, let's go and film this, let's go and see that. Like, there's still stuff I could do, but I'm just not feeling it because I feel like my skin is not. Anyway, there's a lovely lady called Nana who sent me something to help with the blemishes on my skin. And I also have to go and make an appointment with a dermatologist to see if there's anything they can speed up the process. But me not getting sunlight is also not helping. Like, I need my vitamin D. Abroche be scam. Guys, I love you. At least I have you, right? So I have school I can focus on. I have to make better content. See, the thing is, there's so many contents ideas that I have. But me being in the house, being restricted my movement, main job is to take care of the kids. While Kevin is working, it's also not helping for me to create content. And that is also depressing me a lot. But let's take it step by step. I finished my first, how do you call that? My first assignment of the 3 assignments that I have to do in order to finish school. So yay, that's a good one. And then I'll finish the other 2. I told myself I can only go on vacations when I finished it. So when I finish school, I'm going on vacation, and hopefully then I'll feel better. Guys, I love you. I hope you're doing better than me. Please be safe. Please be happy. Please be healthy. And please let your choice be yours.